Good morning. Welcome to your quiet space here at English Speaking Corner. I am Sarah, and I am so glad you have chosen to start your day with us.
And I am Mark. Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful morning to practice, isn't it?
It certainly is, Mark. You know, many of our listeners have spent the entire night listening to English. They might have had a long playlist of vocabulary or conversations playing while they slept. That is a wonderful way to build your passive memory. Your brain has been soaking up sounds and words all night long. But now, the sun is up. You are awake. And there is a big difference between understanding English and actually speaking it.
That is so true, Sarah. I often feel that way. I wake up and I know I have heard so much English, but when I open my mouth to say something simple, like asking for coffee or greeting a colleague, my muscles feel tight. It is like my mouth is still asleep, even if my brain is awake.
Exactly, Mark. That is completely normal. Listening is a mental activity, but speaking is physical. It involves muscles in your face, your jaw, your tongue, and your throat. If you don't warm them up, you might feel stuck or shy when you try to speak your first sentence of the day. So for the next few minutes, we are going to change that. We are not going to worry about complex grammar rules or passing an exam. We are simply going to wake up your voice.
I love that idea. No pressure, just waking up. So where do we start? Do we start with big words?
Not at all. We start with the body. Before we speak English, we need to relax the tension in our faces. Many of us hold stress in our jaws without realizing it. So first, I want you to find a comfortable position. Maybe you are sitting at your kitchen table with a cup of tea, or maybe you are still sitting on the edge of your bed. Sit up tall. Relax your shoulders. Let them drop down away from your ears.
Okay, my shoulders are down. I already feel a bit better.
Good. Now we are going to make a simple sound to warm up the vocal cords. We are just going to hum. Keep your lips closed gently, not tight, just touching, and make a low, steady humming sound, like this. That's it. Do you feel that vibration in your lips and chest?
Yes, I do. It tickles a little bit.
That tickle is good. It means your voice is waking up. Let's do it again together, listeners included. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hum as you breathe out. Wonderful. Now let's move to some simple vowel sounds. English uses the mouth differently than your native language might. We need to stretch that shape. We will practice 3 sounds, A, E, and O, but we will do them slowly and clearly.
Okay, A, E, and O. How much should I open my mouth?
Open it more than you think you need to. We are exaggerating the movement to stretch the muscles. First, the sound A. Open wide. Ah.
Ah.
Good. Now stretch your lips wide to the side for E. E.
E.
And now make a small, tight circle with your lips for O. Ooh.
Ooh.
Excellent. Let's put them together in a slow flow. Ah, E, ooh. Listeners, join us. Ah, E, ooh. One more time, feeling the stretch in your cheeks. Ah, E, ooh. Ah, E, ooh. Great job. Mark, does your face feel a little warmer?
It actually does. I feel like my jaw is looser. I am ready to use words now.
That is the goal. Now that our physical instrument is ready, let's move to our mindset. The morning is the best time to set an intention. In English, we often use the future tense to talk about our plans. We use I will or I am going to. Today, we will focus on simple phrases you can say to yourself to build confidence before you leave the house.
I like this. Sometimes I wake up feeling anxious about the day. Having a clear sentence in English might help me focus.
It absolutely helps. It structures your thoughts. We are going to practice a technique called shadowing. I will say a sentence, then there will be a quiet pause. During that pause, I want you to repeat exactly what I said. Try to match my speed and my melody. Mark will be doing it right along with you.
I am ready. What is our first intention?
Let's start with something positive about focus. Listen first. Today, I am calm and focused. Now you say it.
Today, I am calm and focused.
Very good. Let's try that again. Imagine you are looking in the mirror. You are telling this to yourself. Today, I am calm and focused.
Today, I am calm and focused.
Perfect. Notice how we don't say focus it with 2 syllables at the end. It is soft, focused. I am calm and focused.
I am calm and focused.
Excellent. Now let's try a sentence about your work or your study. We often feel overwhelmed by big tasks, so let's make a promise to take it step by step. Listen to this phrase. I will take things one step at a time.
I will take things one step at a time.
Good. Listen to the rhythm there. We don't emphasize every word equally. We emphasize one step and time. Listen again. I will take things one step at a time.
That sounded very natural, Mark. Listeners, did you hear how Mark connected the words? He didn't say take things with a break. He said take things smoothly. Let's try it one more time. I will take things one step at a time. Wonderful. Now let's do one for when things get difficult, because sometimes the day is hard. We need a phrase for resilience. Let's try I can handle whatever comes today. I can handle whatever comes today. This is a powerful one. I can handle means I can manage, or I will be okay. Let's say it with a bit of strength. I can handle whatever comes today. I can handle whatever comes today. Great. By speaking these sentences out loud, you are not just practicing English. You are programming your brain for a successful day. You are moving from passive listening to active creation. I really feel the difference, Sarah. If I just thought those words, it wouldn't feel as real. Saying them out loud makes me believe them. That is the magic of speaking, Mark. Now, I want to bridge the gap between our morning routine and the deeper learning you might be doing. If you watched a long video about a complex topic last night, maybe something like technology or success, you might feel intimidated. You might think, I know all these big words like artificial intelligence or productivity, but I cannot use them in a real conversation. Oh, I definitely feel that. I watch these documentaries or listen to deep essays, and I understand them. But if someone asks me, what do you think about technology? I freeze. I try to make a perfect complex sentence and I get stuck. That is the trap. We try to sound like a textbook instead of a person. Real conversation is usually simple. So let's practice taking a big topic, technology, and talking about it simply. We are going to practice 3 conversational phrases you can actually use with a friend or a coworker. That sounds very useful. I always struggle to talk about my phone habits without sounding strange. Let's fix that. Imagine you are feeling tired of looking at screens. A formal essay might say, digital overstimulation is causing fatigue. But in conversation, we just say, my eyes are tired from looking at screens. Let's shadow that. My eyes are tired from looking at screens. Simple, right? Let's try it again. Focus on the word screens. My eyes are tired from looking at screens. My eyes are tired from looking at screens. Good. Now let's expand that. Maybe you want to tell a friend that you need a break. You could say, I need a digital detox this weekend. I need a digital detox this weekend. Digital detox is a great modern phrase. It just means taking a break from electronics. It makes you sound very natural and current. Let's try asking a question now. If you want to ask a friend about their habits, you don't need to ask, what is your philosophy on smartphone usage? That is too formal. Right, that sounds like a job interview. Exactly. Instead, simply ask, do you try to stay off your phone at night? Do you try to stay off your phone at night? Let's break that down. Do you try to? It is a very soft, polite way to ask about a habit. Do you try to stay off your phone at night? Perfect. See, we are talking about technology, a big topic, but we are using simple, clear sentences. You don't need to be a professor to have an opinion. That makes me feel much more confident. I can use that today. I can actually ask my colleague that question at lunch. Please do. Using what you learn immediately is the best way to remember it. Now, we are going to move to my favorite part of the morning routine. This is the speed drill. Oh, the speed drill. This is where we say the same thing 3 times, right? Yes. We take one useful sentence, we say it slowly to check our pronunciation, then we say it at a medium speed to feel the rhythm, and finally, we say it at natural speed, fast and smooth. This teaches your mouth to move quickly without stumbling. I am ready. What is our sentence for today? Let's choose a sentence that helps you protect your time. This is very useful for work or study. The sentence is, I need to focus on this project right now. Okay, I need to focus on this project right now. Let's start slow, very clearly. Enunciate every sound. I
need to focus on this project right now. I need to focus on this project right now. Good. Be careful with the TH sound in this. Make sure your tongue touches your teeth. On this project. On this project. Much better. Now let's move to medium speed. We are going to connect the words. I need to becomes I need to, and focus on becomes focus on. Listen to the rhythm. I need to focus on this project right now. I need to focus on this project right now. You are getting the flow. Now imagine you are busy. You are polite, but you are in a hurry. You say it at natural speed. I need to focus on this project right now. I need to focus on this project right now. Excellent. Let's do it one more time fast. I need to focus on this project right now. I need to focus on this project right now. Wow, that felt fast, but I didn't stumble. That is because you built the foundation first. You warmed up the muscles, you checked the pronunciation, and then you added the speed. That is how you build fluency. You don't just rush into it. It feels like a workout for my mouth.
It is. And just like a workout, you need to do it consistently. If you only do this once a month, nothing changes. But if you do this every morning for 5 or 10 minutes, you will see a massive change. So, Sarah, we have warmed up our face, we set our intentions, we simplified a complex topic, and we did a speed drill. I feel pretty awake now. That is wonderful to hear, Mark. And to our listeners, I hope you feel the same. You have taken the passive vocabulary from your sleep and turned it into active confidence for your day. You are ready to speak. Before we go, I want to remind you that building a habit is easier when you do not do it alone. If you found this routine helpful, consider subscribing to English Speaking Corner. We are building a community of learners who value calm, steady progress over stress and pressure. By subscribing, you will get these gentle lessons right in your feed, making it easier to remember to practice. And if you want to really lock in this progress, here is a small challenge for today. Choose just one of the phrases we practiced. Maybe it is, I am calm and focused. Or maybe it is, I need a digital detox. Whatever it is, say it to a real person today. Or if you are alone, say it to yourself in the mirror 3 times. That is a great challenge, Mark. Speaking to a real person is the ultimate goal, but speaking to yourself is the first step. Be proud of the work you did in these last few minutes. You didn't just listen, you participated. You showed up for yourself. Take a nice, deep breath in and let it out. You are ready for the day. Thank you for practicing with us. Put on your headphones again tomorrow morning, and let's keep building that confidence, one day at a time. Have a wonderful, confident day, everyone. Goodbye for now. Wait, Sarah, before we completely finish, I have one question that I think the listeners might have too. Of course, Mark, we have a little more time. What is on your mind? Well, we talked about the morning routine, but what if someone is listening to this in the afternoon or maybe on their lunch break? Does this still work? That is a fantastic question. I call it a morning activation because that's when we are usually the most stiff and silent. But the truth is, this routine works anytime you have been silent for a long time. So, like if I have been working at my computer for 4 hours without speaking to anyone? Exactly. We call that the silent gap. You might be typing in English, reading emails in English, listening to English music, but you haven't spoken. Your voice has gone cold. If you suddenly get a phone call, you might cough or stutter because the mechanism is cold. So you can use this routine as a reset button at 2 p.m. just as easily as at 7 a.m. That makes sense. It's like stretching your legs after sitting in a chair for too long. You need to stretch your voice after being silent for too long. Precisely. And for our listeners who are using this to complement their sleep learning, the timing is key. The video you listened to while sleeping planted the seeds of vocabulary. This routine is the water that helps those seeds grow into plants. You need both. You need the input, the seeds, and the output, the water. I like that analogy, seeds and water. If I only listen, I have a bag of seeds but no garden. Yes, and if you only try to speak without ever listening to new inputs, you have a garden with no seeds. You will just say the same simple words forever. You need the sleep videos for expansion, and you need English Speaking Corner for activation. Okay, I am definitely going to try the reset idea. I often feel tired in the afternoon. Doing the vowel sounds, A, E, U, might actually wake me up more than a second cup of coffee. It might, and it is healthier too. Let's actually review one more conversational pattern before we truly sign off. We talked about technology earlier, but another big topic that people learn about in those long sleep videos is lifestyle or hobbies. Oh right, I learned the word handicraft last night.
But honestly, I would never say handicraft to my friend at the gym. You might not. Handicraft is a lovely word, but in daily life, we usually talk about making things or DIY projects. So let's practice bridging that gap too. If you want to talk about a hobby, you don't need to give a speech. You can use the phrase, lately I've been getting into. Lately I've been getting into. That sounds cool. It sounds casual. It is very casual and very common. Getting into means you are starting to enjoy something or doing it more. So instead of saying, I am currently pursuing the hobby of painting, which is very stiff, you say, lately I've been getting into painting. Let's try that. Lately I've been getting into painting. Lately I've been getting into painting. Good. Watch the connection between getting and into. It often sounds like getting into. Getting into. Lately I've been getting into painting. Perfect. Now you try, Mark. What is something you are actually getting into? Well, honestly, I've been getting into cooking. I tried to make pasta from scratch yesterday. That is impressive. So you would say, lately I've been getting into cooking. Lately I've been getting into cooking. And listeners, you can fill in the blank. Maybe it is, lately I've been getting into yoga, or lately I've been getting into reading. Try it now with your own hobby. I will give you a moment.
I hope they did. It is such a useful phrase, and it invites conversation. If I say, I've been getting into cooking, usually the other person will ask, oh, what do you cook?
Exactly. It opens the door, and that is what we want. We want English to be a door that opens, not a wall that stops us.
Sarah, I noticed something else while we were practicing. When we do the shadowing, sometimes I feel like I am falling behind, like you finish the sentence and I am still on the second word. Is that bad?
That is a very common worry. It is not bad at all. It just means your processing speed is still building up. If you feel like you are falling behind, do not stop. Just skip the words you missed and try to catch the end of the sentence. Or just pause the video. This is your study space. You control the time.
So it is okay to be messy?
It is absolutely okay to be messy. Perfection is the enemy of speaking. If you wait until you are perfect to speak, you will be silent forever. It is better to speak with mistakes than to be silent with perfection.
Better to speak with mistakes than to be silent with perfection. I'm going to write that down. That is going to be my motto for the week.
I am glad you like it. It is true. Every native speaker makes mistakes. We stutter, we choose the wrong word, we change our grammar in the middle of a sentence, but we keep going. The goal of this morning routine is to get the engine running. It doesn't have to be a smooth ride immediately. It just has to move.
That takes a lot of pressure off. I think that is why I freeze sometimes. I am waiting for the perfect sentence to appear in my head.
And while you are waiting, the conversation moves on without you. So trust your mouth. Trust the muscle memory we are building. The more you do these humming exercises, these vowel stretches, and these speed drills, the less you will have to think. The words will just come out.
It is like driving a car. At first, you think about every gear and every pedal, but eventually, you just drive.
Exactly. We want your English to be automatic, and that only happens with repetition. That is why I suggested the 5-day challenge. If you do this video 5 days in a row, by Friday, you will not be thinking about ah, ee, ooh. You will just do it. You will not be thinking about how to say, I need to focus. You will just say it.
I am definitely in for the 5-day challenge. I might even do it on the weekend.
Bonus points for the weekend, but rest is important too. Speaking of rest, listeners, remember that sleep learning video we mentioned at the start? It is okay to go back to it tonight. Do not feel like you have to stop listening. The listening fills the tank. The speaking drives the car. Keep filling the tank.
But make sure you drive the car every morning.
Precisely.
You know, Sarah, there is one more physical thing I noticed. When I speak English, I feel like I use my tongue differently than in my native language. My tongue feels, I don't know, more active?
That is a very sharp observation. English has a lot of sounds that require the tongue to move quite a lot. For example, the L sound and the R sound. In some languages, the tongue stays flat. In English, the tip of the tongue is often touching the ridge behind your top teeth or curling back.
Yeah, like in the word world. That is so hard. World.
World is one of the hardest words. You have the R pulling back and the L lifting up. Let's tackle that for a second. It's a great warm-up. Start with were.
Were.
Now add the L. Whirl.
Whirl.
Now add the D. World.
World.
It is a gymnastic move for your tongue. If your tongue feels tired after speaking English, that is actually a good sign. It means you are working out the right muscles. If you are speaking English and your mouth feels exactly the same as when you speak your native language, you might not be pronouncing things clearly enough.
That is a good check. So fatigue is not failure. Fatigue is growth.
Yes, fatigue is growth, just like at the gym.
I feel like we have covered so much ground today, from humming to hobbies to the word world.
We have, and that is the beauty of a conversational routine. We can flow from one topic to another. But notice, Mark, we kept everything calm. We didn't rush, we took pauses.
I really appreciate the pauses. It gives my brain time to catch up.
And that is what English Speaking Corner is all about. Real confidence comes from calm, not from chaos.
So, for everyone listening, thank you for being part of this calm corner of the internet. We really do appreciate you spending your time with us.
We do. Your time is precious. Thank you for investing it in yourself.
And remember, if you have a friend who is also learning English, maybe someone who listens to podcasts all day but is afraid to speak, share this channel with them. You can be study partners. You can remind each other to do the morning warm-up.
Having a buddy makes everything easier.
It really does. Okay, we have talked enough. Now it is time for you to go out and live your day. Use your voice. Be brave. Be messy. Be loud if you have to.
And be proud. You are doing something difficult, and you are doing it well.
Take care, everyone. We will see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing.
One last deep breath together. Let's do it. In and out. Go get 'em. See you next time.